me and my brother, I was talking to him yesterday. He's one of the top attorneys in Las Vegas. And what he said to me, he's like, bro, like, I mean, we always had this thought process, and I'm getting chills when I say it, because it was like, he always said, it's like you and I against the world, bro. And we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with 5 people. But what my brother always says is that we're the grittiest people on the planet. And grit is nothing more than a grandiose vision, the resolve to be able to separate your reality from what you actually want, the ingenuity that you have when it comes to challenges, and that you look to be able to look at them as opportunity, and then the tenacity to do nothing else but just hold on. And if you can hold on, everything will work out.
I feel like we might have to put Kelly's podcast on and just let it go all night long in our teenagers' rooms and see what happens. Maybe we'll try that out, Kelly.
We'll let you know if CPS calls.
Hey, your kids won't like you for a while, but I mean, the payoff, it's crazy, because like I had to take 10 pages of notes before I went out and played every single day from the time I was in 4th grade to the time I was in 6th grade. So I still have those notebooks to this day. And what's so nuts about it is my company and the coaching that I do and the speaking that I do around the world is based off of what a 4th grader wrote in 1986. And so it's amazing what note-taking, what subconscious can do. I mean, I have a notebook with me right now. It's right in front of me. I mean, I'm constantly just writing all the time.
Yeah, he ingrained it in you.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I don't have that same gift. I want to be able to journal. I just don't. And so, you know, there's some things we're good at and some things we're not, and some things we try to force ourselves to become. That's not one of them.
I like your story. I feel like as we've grown and followed you and read your books and realized that we really have similar paths, even though we're in totally different industries. David and I really have always said we're in the people business. We want to help lead other leaders, and we just happen to do it in construction. And I love that your mission is that you're developing outstanding people, and you just happen to do hair. And it's a very similar model, because we're just showing servant leadership in industries that typically would not be exposed to it. And we ingrain it in, like you, in a way that just becomes natural conversation. So talk about how you brought it into your teams, and you're all over the country. So how do you create a culture when you can't be in the space with them?
Well, I think culture is like this. Number one, you look at the reason why you're going to do it, but that's a buzzword. Everyone's always talking about it now, like the reason why. But you really have to get down to the brass tacks of it. I joked about it, and you had mentioned it earlier before we actually started. You said the carnival. My reason why is because I simply want to go to the carnival and play till I win. And if you're going to play till you win at a carnival, you got to have a lot of money. And so for my reason why, it wasn't any like crazy, you know, Mother Teresa kind of thing. But once you lock into your why, then you build your leadership around the why. Once you build your leadership will ultimately like spit out and emit the culture that you're going to have. And once that happens, then you can start writing down all the list of your screw ups, which becomes your systems. But most people just get it backwards. They always come and say, oh, what system do I need to put in place so I can be successful? Well, if you don't have the culture can't come unless you have leadership. Leadership can't come unless they understand why you're doing what you're doing. So it's a